Today, let's talk about the psychology of provocation. Mhm. Now, provocation is the deliberate attempt to influence your emotions so that someone else can influence your behavior. You know, it is rarely about the words being spoken. It is more about creating a reaction. Uh, and the moment you lose emotional control, you often surrender control of the situation. Mhm. Understanding the psychology of provocation is learning how to protect your mind from becoming someone else's puppet. You know, provocation works because it targets identity rather than reason. A person will insult your intelligence, question your worth, or even attacks your beliefs because they know emotions move faster than logic. Once you become angry or defensive or even desperate to prove yourself, your attention shifts from making wise decisions to winning the emotional battle. You know, now, not every provocation is malicious though. Sometimes people provoke because they are hurting or they are seeking attention, they are testing boundaries, or repeating unhealthy patterns they have learned. Regardless of the motive, your response determines whether the cycle continues. You know, the strongest person in a confrontation is not always the loudest. It is often the one who refuses to let another person's behavior dictate their own. Uh-huh. Emotional discipline is not weakness. It is the ability to choose your response instead of surrendering it. You know, psychologically, provocation activates the brain's threat detection system. When people feel attacked, the nervous system prepares for fight, flight, or freeze, making impulsive reactions more likely. This temporary emotional hijacking reduces clear thinking and increases the urge to defend the ego. You know, self-awareness creates a pause between stimulus and response, allowing the rational mind to regain influence before action is taken. Spiritually, provocation is often a test of inner mastery. Anyone can remain calm when life is easy. Character is revealed when peace is challenged. You know, responding with wisdom instead of impulse reflects emotional maturity and spiritual discipline. So, refusing to be provoked is not ignoring injustice. It is refusing to let anger become your master. A calm spirit can confront wrongs without becoming consumed by them. You know, in short, not every battle deserves your energy. Sometimes the greatest victory is denying provocation the reaction it seeks. Uh-huh. When you understand your emotional triggers, you become harder to manipulate. So, master your responses and you reclaim one of the greatest forms of freedom. And that is the ability to decide who controls your mind. You know, my people, hail. Hail.